I made a Rumble account. I'd appreciate it if you subscribed. You don't have to use Rumble. And I'm not planning on like fully switching to it or anything. Maybe I'll upload extra stuff that I have no idea, to be honest. But all I know, censorship is kind of mad, right? And it's a real thing. I've got to. Like, there will be a day. I don't think the content on a lot of channels like mine will be very supported by YouTube. In fact, the algorithm is often very much against content like mine. This isn't me making an excuse for a low view count, but also, like I've seen on other channels, the algorithm's just against this stuff, man. You might not believe it, but stuff to do with God, bro. YouTube, like, they'll have an avenue of stuff they promote, but trust me, man. So yeah, I'll link my Discord in the description as well. I have a Discord, and I'll link a Rumble account. But yeah, real talk, like, the censorship is most likely gonna get worse and worse and worse. It will be videos to do with God, it will be videos, stuff people would call conspiracy theories, basically, and all kinds of other stuff, you know what I'm saying? It is the powerful man's dream to be able to just censor anything, and it's going that way. It's not just like deleting videos and banning channels, it is that. But they have something which you'd call soft censorship, demonetization, shadow banning, and as the algorithm and the AI gets better and better, they will literally, this isn't a joke, they will literally be able to just subtly influence what videos get popular and what don't based on the algorithm. Based on even something as small as the preview thumbnails, like when you hover over the video. It's just how it is on censorship. They will do anything to soft censorship, because yeah, they can do hard censorship, but obviously people are more likely to notice. I mean, they still do it, but it's good to know. It's the same outside of YouTube, most social media platforms, most media companies, to be honest. Like, what they want is an atmosphere where people censor themselves, scared to say certain stuff, and just people are disincentivized to tell the truth. But it's all around God and Jesus, it really is. They will censor stuff that doesn't seem obviously to do with that, but the core of it is God and Jesus. And the Bible prophesies a time when Christianity is going to be very, very, very persecuted. You know, it's prophesied. But Jesus is the only way to God, and it is the truth. And you know, this is how the world works, right? Like, evil has a lot of influence over the world, but Jesus says, "Take heart, I have overcome the world." So yeah, you'll find on a lot of social media companies, the algorithm is crazy. YouTube's obvious, TikTok is obvious, also Instagram Reels, any short form content. Bro, I'm serious. You may not believe me, but this is genuinely the best time to stop using that stuff. Cut off from it as much as you can, technology, because look, bro, I'm just gonna be straight up, like, technology is usually decades ahead of where we think it is, right? What's out in the public. And AI, which obviously, if you don't know, they use that on the algorithms, and they have everybody's data, not just information about us, but our actual, like, micro elements of our data and lifestyles and expressions and everything. Don't get paranoid, you know what I'm saying? You know, trust God and Jesus, you know, pray to God, seek Him, explore Jesus. I have a video about that, link in the description. But I'm serious, man, like, AI and the algorithm is so genuinely, like, strong now that it is just better for you to disconnect from it as much as you can. I'm not saying live in the woods, but just, like, don't use TikTok. Seriously, don't. Just cut it off. Honestly. It may seem hard, but it's not. You have to want to, by the way. Otherwise, you're just going to keep coming back to it. But do it. You can cut it off. I'll put a verse from the Bible here, which don't take literally, but could apply to stuff like this. But YouTube Shorts, stop using it. Cut it off, man. Like, there's a plugin I use called Distraction Free YouTube for my browser, or DF YouTube. It takes away the recommended section. I recommend it, bro. It's like almost unplugged me from like being just in this addictive loop. Instagram, delete it, bro, delete it. Obviously, these things are all your choice, but these are great decisions to make. If you really have to use Instagram for messages, just every day or something, just go in a private tab and log on to Instagram and just check your messages and don't scroll through. That way you can use it without it being like this addictive app. You can literally, this is what I do. If I log into Twitter or Instagram, I go in a private browser, so I'm not logged in. I log out on my main browser and I just go in there and then close it, and then it takes effort and I'm less addicted. But yeah, man, it's easy to underestimate how genuinely good these apps will be at influencing us, literally subtly influencing us in different ways. Reverse psychology, double reverse psychology. It's like temptation, insecurity, depression. Like, honestly, man, this isn't a joke. And you don't want to try and outsmart it, because this may sound like super crazy almost, but the algorithm, the algorithm also will have data on people trying to work out the algorithm. So I'm telling you, bro, it's like dealing with a narcissist, you know what I'm saying? Like a manipulative person. You spend as little time with them as possible, and it's just metaphysics. They have less influence on you because you spend less time with them. And the other option is you have purpose, you have a cornerstone, you have a North Star that you cling on to, so no matter how much manipulation is, it's all good. And I'm telling you, the only North Star that we can possibly have that will be good is Jesus Christ and God, the true God, the Father. Genuinely. No matter how many mind games someone plays on you, if you have a rock in Jesus, you can cling on to that rock. And God is all-knowing and completely loving and completely truthful and fair. That is a good rock as well. God gives us truth, God guides us, God, it's good. Censorship, they don't make any excuse for it. They'll say it's for safety reasons, health reasons, and this is a big one. If you look for the patterns that will happen in the world, you will see this pattern of manipulation, which is, there is a danger. We have the safety option, and what you have to do is let us control you, let us censor, let us be more authoritarian and controlling, so we can keep you safe, just trust us. And people will, if it gets bad enough, even some very, very, rational people will fall for that. And this is the direction the world's heading in, man. It's prophesied in the Bible. Read the book of Matthew, it touches on it briefly. It's in Revelation. The Bible says basically the devil has an extremely large amount of power over the world, and you don't want to get scared by that. The trust, the comfort, the peace, the protection is in Jesus. Doesn't mean it's impossible for bad things to happen. Doesn't mean there can't be persecution, but it's like, trust God, don't be scared no matter what happens, and have faith, seek God. The devil uses fear, I think, more than most things to make people bury their head in the sand and try and stay away from God. But God protects us. His commands aren't to condemn us, they're to protect us, to edify us, to build us up. Yeah, we have comfort, we have love in God. So pray and seek and avoid manipulation, man. There's a lot of people who portray themselves as anti-mainstream who are deceptive in different ways. And here's how you know. This may sound weird, but have your North Star as Jesus. You can tell a false prophet by their fruits. If they bear fruits of the Spirit, fruits of Jesus Christ, fruits of God, fruits of love, fruits of the Bible, fruits of truth, that's how you know. Other than that, be careful. There's manipulative people out there. You may not really think anything of what I'm saying now, but if you ever feel it in the future, just remember, God is there, Jesus is there, and seek. There is no way to God and eternal salvation except through Jesus. That's my understanding. By the way, on that note, in the description I'll have a video about seeking God.